Good morning, students. My dear students, I hope you have enjoyed the Durga Puja festival very nicely. And I also believe that you are back with your mode of studies and you will continue with that. So, with that in mind, we are going to restart our classes. And today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is dissolution of partnership firm. Till date, we have studied about the various phases in the life of a partnership business, that is admission, retirement, death, then change in profit sharing ratios. Okay, so those were the different phases, and today we are going to learn ultimately the final phrase, that is end of the partnership business, dissolution of partnership firm. So end of the partnership business means the totally business is going to be closed down. So let's try to understand what is dissolution of partnership firm and what is the meaning of dissolution of partnership. So till date, what we were studying was dissolution of partnership, where the partnership deed used to be broken down and new partnership deed were formed. Okay, existing deed were changed and new partnership agreement was formed. That is, partnership was continuing. Okay, partnership business was continuing, but the partnership was taken up in a new way. So that is the end of partnership, but not the end of the business. But dissolution of partnership firm means total end to the business. The business is going to end up. Okay, business will be closed down permanently. The partnership business will be closed down permanently. Clear? So that is a basic difference. Now coming to the mode, how or in which ways the business is closed down, or what are the different ways that a business may be closed down. So a partnership firm may be closed down in one of these following cases. First thing, dissolution by agreement. A partnership firm may be dissolved when all the partners are agreeing to dissolve the business. Okay, if all of them agree that we should close down the business, either they are very aged or might be they are having some financial issues or whatever the case might be, if they're willingly saying that we want to close it down, that can be closed down. Then coming to the second one, dissolution by notice. In some cases what happens is that the partnership is closed down at a will. Okay, in case of partnership at will, what happens is that the firm is dissolved if any partner gives a notice to the other partner in writing that he is willing to dissolve the firm. In this case, the partnership firm is treated as dissolved from the date of notice. It means dissolution by notice, they will be written. Okay, there will be a while forming the agreement, it will be written that if they want to dissolve the firm, it can be dissolved by notice. That means any of the partner can give the notice to everyone that we want to dissolve the firm, and from the date of notice the firm will be taken up as dissolved. Okay, that is dissolution by notice. Then coming to the next one, contingent dissolution. A firm may be dissolved on the happening of certain circumstances or certain mishappenings. Okay, like first one, if partnership firm has been constituted for a fixed period. Okay, this is a very certain thing. Sometimes contingency means uncertain also happen, that will come later on. So if a certain time, suppose we are forming the partnership for 2 years, and once the 2 year is over, the fixed period is over, the partnership will automatically come to an end. Okay, that is the first point. Then when the partnership has been constituted for undertaking a specific project like construction of a bridge or construction of a flyover, once that construction is over, the partnership will be finished. That is also called particular partnership. That is partnership that is formed for a particular work or project. Okay, partnership that is formed for a particular work or project. Then coming to the next one, inability of the partners due to any happenings or anything, if the partners are becoming disabled, okay, and are not able to continue the business, they can also close down the business. And coming to the next one, point number 4 now, compulsory dissolution. This can happen when there is any happening like any unlawful activities, or any partner is totally insolvent. Okay, so first case, when all the partners except one partner. Okay, suppose there are 4 partners and all the partners are dissolved except one. All the partners are dissolved, insolvent. Insolvent means what? They are not able to pay off their liabilities anymore. Okay, they are not able to make up with the liabilities or expenses anymore. They are totally insolvent. लुट गया बेचारा, कंगाल हो गया. ठीक है, एक को छोड़कर बाकी सब कंगाल हो गए, तो एक अकेला नहीं चला पाएगा, वो बिजनेस बंद हो जाएगा. ठीक है, या फिर ऐसे भी हो सकता है कि द बिजनेस वाज ऑफ अनलॉफुल एक्टिविटी. हो सकता है दे वेर डीलिंग इन सर्टेन थिंग्स व्हिच वाज prohibited by law. So under that also the partnership will be brought down to dissolution. Okay, then Coming to the next one, that will be compulsory dissolution. Okay, that is clear. I hope all of you are clear with compulsory dissolution. Now coming to the next one, that is dissolution by court. When the court can dissolve it. First thing, when the partners, okay, anyone or some of the partner are becoming unsound mind. Person of unsound mind means पागल हो गया वो, ठीक है, उल्टा पुल्टा काम कर रहा है. Then, okay, the next one, when a partner becomes permanently incapable of performing his duties as a partner. If he is suppose due to accident or something, he is totally handicapped or something happened to him, he is not able to do anything, then in that case also, in that case also, what will happen? A partner will be totally incapable, right? So at the time also, the partnership will be closed down by the court. Okay, the court will close this down. So when coming to the next one, when a partner is guilty of misconduct which is likely to affect prejudicially the business of the firm, for example, moral turpitude, misuse of firm's money, etc. Okay, if you are related to any illegal activity or any misconduct or any guilt, okay, in that case also, that firm will be closed down. When a partner willfully and uh, persistently commits breach of partnership agreement. That means what? Suppose you and your partner, you and your friend are continuing a mercantile shop. In the same way, what you have done is that you have thought that you will divert some customer to one of other shop where you have, suppose from here 3 or 4 kilometers away you have found a shop, and there you have diverted the customer so that you can get your personal income. In that case also, you are breaching you are committing breach of partnership agreement. You're breaching the partnership agreement. That means you are breaking the partnership agreement. So in that case also, if the court finds that you are doing such activities, the court may dissolve the firm. Then when a partner transfers his whole interest or share in the firm to a third party, तुमने अपना शेयर किसी और थर्ड पार्टी को दे दिया बिना पार्टनर बाकी पार्टनर को परमिशन या कंसेंट से, okay, without asking others, if you transfer it to someone else, that time also the court can dissolve the firm. Then when the business of the firm cannot be carried out except in loss, इतना बुरा हालत हो गया है कि और चला ही नहीं पाओगे, पूरा गया, कंगाल हो गया बिजनेस, तो उस केस में कोर्ट आके उसको डिसॉल्व करता है, कोर्ट आके डिसॉल्व करता है. Now coming to the next one, settlement of accounts. So generally we have to find out what are the ways we are going to settle the account. It can be settled out of profit, out of capital, cash contributed by the partners in the profit sharing ratio. Okay, जो जनरल पैसा होता है हमारे पास उसको इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं, नहीं होगा कैपिटल से देंगे, वहां से भी नहीं होगा, पार्टनर अपने घर से लाके पेमेंट करके सेटल करेगा. ओके, so it is just for understanding theoretical portion, not to understand other things. इतना समझने से काफी है कैसे पेमेंट करना है, right? Now coming to the next one, that is application of asset. Asset can be used for many things. Asset can be used for payment to third party debt. किसी third party, किसी को जैसे पकड़ लो कोई आदमी है, okay, there is a person who is supposed to get 10,000 rupees from you. So instead of giving him 10,000 rupees, you can give a furniture, okay, or there is a partner who has given certain amount of loan in the business. So instead of giving him the money, you are giving him the asset, okay. Or sometimes the capital might take that is the owner to decrease the capital, ठीक है, अपने capital amount को कमाने के लिए वो क्या करेगा, asset लेकर चला जाएगा, okay, clear. Or sometimes what happens that the extra money that you are getting for the asset will be given to the partners. That is, asset may be used for many purposes. Then try to understand payment of firm's debt and private debt. Firm's debt and private debt. Okay, first of all, try to understand firm's debt are those debt which belong to third party, and private debt are those debt which have been provided by the partners. Okay, like firm debt मतलब जो पैसा फर्म को देना है किसी थर्ड पार्टी को, right? And private debt are those debt which have been provided by the partners, जो पार्टनर किसी को देगा, ठीक है, पार्टनर को किसी को पेमेंट करना है जैसे, ओके, आर दोज डेब्ट व्हिच हैज बीन प्रोवाइडेड बाय द पार्टनर्स, प्राइवेटली उसने उस प्राइवेट डेब्ट उसने बेयर किया है, ओके. सो firm's asset shall be applied first towards the payment of firm's debt, subsequently payment of partners private debt. प्राइवेट डेट एक्चुअली क्या होता है, सिंपल बात में अगर हम लोग बोले तो ओन मतलब फर्म का जो पैसा क्या बोलते हैं उसको, मालिक का जो पावना है, ठीक है. सपोज यू आर द ओनर, यू हैव कंट्रीब्यूटेड 10,000 रुपीज इन द बिजनेस, ओके, एंड देयर इज अ पर्सन क्रेडिटर whom you have to pay 2,000. ये 2,000 रुपीज जो क्रेडिटर को दोगे वो फार्म का डेप्ट है, और ये 10,000 रुपीज जो तुमने बिजनेस में दिया है वो तुम्हारा प्राइवेट डेट है, जो तुम्हारा ही पैसा है, तुम्हें रिटर्न मिलना चाहिए। ओके, दैट इज योर प्राइवेट डेट। सो क्या करना है, पहले फर्म प्राइवेट डेट को बाद में देगा, ठीक है, पहले आउटसाइडर को देगा, दैट इज द फर्म विल फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल पे द फर्म्स डेट आउटसाइडर थर्ड पार्टी को, एंड देन आफ्टर दैट वट एवर इज लेफ्ट विल बी पेड फॉर द प्राइवेट डेट, दैट इज ओनर्स डेट। ओके, that is the private debt of the owner. Then coming to the next one, I hope all of you understood. I'm repeating once again the first point. Firm's asset will be first of all used to pay the firm's debt, and then remaining will be used for payment of private debt related to the partner. Then coming to the second point, private property of each partner shall be first applied towards the payment of firm's partner's private debt. Okay, अगर private property है like reserves वगैरह, ठीक है, तो उनको पहले पार्टनर्स के अकाउंट में दिया जाता है, सब्सिक्वेंटली पेमेंट ऑफ फार्म्स डेट, उसके बाद पार्टनर को देने के बाद अगर देखा जाता है कि कुछ जरूरत पड़ रहा है फार्म के डेट को पेमेंट करने में, तब उसका इस्तेमाल होगा। ओके, सो दिस इज आल्सो फॉर द थियोरेटिकल अंडरस्टैंडिंग as well as there is a practical application, but once you understand the practical application it will become more easy. Okay, so try to understand this concept, just remember it, it will be it will be helpful when we apply it in the practical situation. Then coming to the accounting treatment, we will basically prepare 4 types of accounts. Okay, generally you have to know very well the journal entries which we are going to learn today, and based on that only the ledger accounts also will be prepared. In the subsequent class we are going to learn about that. So there are 4 accounts that you have to prepare. One, the realization account. A realization account is an account which is prepared to sell off the assets to pay off the liabilities. Okay, रियलाइजेशन का मतलब होता है रियलाइज करना या पे ऑफ करना। ओके, मतलब एसेट बेचकर पैसा मिलेगा यहाँ से और लाइबिलिटी पेमेंट करना है यहाँ पे। मतलब ये अकाउंट इसलिए बनाया जाता है ताकि हम लोग यहाँ से एसेट को बेच सकें और लाइबिलिटीज को पे कर सके, सिंपल बात। क्लियर? Then we have to prepare partners loan account if the partners loan is available there. We have to prepare partners capital account, and at last we will prepare the cash or the bank account depending on the question. If the question has mentioned only cash account, then we have to prepare only cash account. If there is bank account, then we'll prepare the bank account. If both are there, you'll prepare any one. Okay, and transfer the others balance in that. कोई भी एक बनाना है, अगर दोनों है तो कोई भी एक बनाओगे और एक का बैलेंस दूसरे में ट्रांसफर कर दोगे, जिसको बनाओगे उसका बैलेंस रखोगे बस। Okay, like if you are preparing cash account, then you prepare the cash account and bring the bank balance also in the cash. And if you prepare the bank account, then you prepare the bank balance. You have to start with the bank balance and then you bring the cash balance also in the bank. Now I'll just show you a glimpse of the realization account. And this is a realization account. Okay, and what we do is that we are going with the certain steps. Okay, we have to go with the certain steps. So I'll show you the steps also. Then we can easily move forward with the journal entries. Okay, so let me show you here so that easily you can understand, because this is going to be an important part of your question. What are the steps, right? So what are the steps? First thing you should know that you have to transfer. Okay, first thing what you have to do is this, step number 1, you can say step 1, what you have to do is that transfer all assets. Okay, you have to transfer all the assets. I'll just show you the picture for that, just a minute. Okay, so first of all you have to transfer all the assets. Okay, while transferring the asset you should remember that except cash balance you are not going to transfer, bank balance you are not going to transfer, accumulated losses you are not going to transfer. Okay, accumulated losses you are not going to transfer. Clear? And remember that while transferring the assets you have to be very careful that your assets are transferred. While transferring the asset you should remember that your debtors will be going at the total price except the provision को अलग लेना है. Okay, suppose the debtors are 5,000 and provision of 1,000 is there, so after deducting the provision it is 4,000. So don't transfer 4,000, you transfer 5,000. Okay, and 1,000 will be separately shown. As we see the entry it will be clear, so don't think to worry now, I'm just mentioning it for your understanding. Okay, so that the things are very clear to you all. So first of all, you have to transfer all the assets except cash, bank balance, and accumulated losses. Coming to the step 2, you have to transfer all the liabilities. Okay, liabilities also you have to be very, very careful. You have to ignore except what? Capital. Okay, capital को छोड़कर, capital transfer नहीं होगा realization में. Okay, so step 1, you should know that we have to prepare the realization account first. Prepare realization account. Okay, realization account ये हो गया main point. Realization account में ये करना है, क्या करना है? Transfer all the assets except bank, accumulated losses, okay, and cash, and after that transfer all the liabilities except capital. Okay, capital you are not going to transfer. Reserves, okay, partners loan, पार्टनर लोन को भी हम लोग को रियलाइजेशन में नहीं ट्रांसफर करना है. ओके, पार्टनर्स लोन and any accumulated profit, इन सबको हमें ट्रांसफर नहीं करना है. only will transfer the other liabilities. Okay, I hope all of you understood that. After that, under that itself, I'll better make this as the first step. That will be, I think, more authentic than other one. This is our first step, that is preparation of realization account. Under realization account, first of all, we'll transfer all the assets, then we'll transfer all the liabilities. Okay, then we'll go, what we will do is that we will prepare the payment system. Okay, make the payment or transfer or sell the asset, etc. Okay, after that, transfer the profit or loss on revaluation. Transfer the profit or loss on realization in the partner's capital account. ठीक है, पार्टनर के अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर कर देना है जो भी प्रॉफिट या लॉस होता है. आफ्टर दैट कम्स द स्टेप 2. स्टेप 2 में क्या करना है हमें? स्टेप 2 में हमें प्रिपेयर करना है पार्टनर का लोन अकाउंट. प्रिपेयर पार्टनर्स लोन अकाउंट. ओके, एंड मेक द पेमेंट. ओके, कैसे पेमेंट करना है? We can do by transferring the partner's capital account, or even we can make the cash payment also, depending on the question. Now coming to the next one, step 3, prepare partner's capital account. Okay, we have to prepare the partner's capital account and transfer all the transactions related to the partner. Okay, partner related, all the transactions will be transferred to their account. Clear? Once it is done, then ultimately what you have to do is that you have to prepare the bank account, prepare cash / bank account, and show all the balances related to cash or bank. Okay, remember that the debit side, okay, the debit side and the credit side of the cash or bank, whatever you are preparing, okay, cash or bank, must be equal. That is a proof that your answer is correct. Provided you have not done some blunder, that will be proof that your answer is correct. Okay. So this is how you are going to prepare a question, solve a sum in dissolution. Okay. Now journal entry also will be based on that. So I'll start with the journal entry. That is, first of all, we have to start with preparation of realization account, isn't it? So we'll go with that realization account first. So here you can see that realization account. See, I'll not show you the ledger accounts now. I'll show you the journal entries. Ledger will show in the next class. So starting with the first one, that is for transfer of assets to realization account. As I have already told you, we are not going to transfer any accumulated any accumulated losses. Neither we are going to transfer the cash balance, neither we are going to transfer the bank balance, isn't it? उसे छोड़कर. So for transfer of assets to revaluation account, it's not revaluation, it will be realization. It is a mistake, it will be realization account. Okay. So for transfer of assets to realization account. Okay. So now it is rectified for transfer of assets to realization account. Okay. So what will be the entry? Try to understand. If you transfer the asset, so asset shows debit balance. Okay. So if you transfer the asset is showing debit. So you have to close it by crediting it. So asset ho jayega credit, and where is the going? Where the asset is going to be in the debit of the realization. Okay, वो debit side में जाकर बैठेगा. So that is why the entry is like this: realization account debit to asset account. Asset account बंद हो रहा है credit होकर, और रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट में आ रहा है, सो एसेट रियलाइजेशन के डेबिट साइड में अपीयर करेगा. ओके. सो it will appear in the debit side of realization. So realization account debit to asset account. Okay. Remember that realization account is also a nominal account, because here all the assets, all the things will be either sold or will be payment will be made. Okay. So that is why it is taken as a nominal account. So realization account debit to asset account. And remember that while transferring that, you should remember that if there is sundry debtor, then sundry debtor original total price will be taken. Okay. And provision will be separately transferred. Clear? Provision will go in the liability, along with the liabilities it will be transferred. Okay. So now that coming to the next one, coming to the second point, but before that I like to tell you that what will happen with the accumulated losses, that is lying accumulated losses like advertisement suspense account or preliminary expenses or profit and loss debit balance. What will happen with that? That will be going in the partners capital account debit side. Kaise? Partners capital account debit, okay, to the respective item. Partners capital account debit to advertisement suspense account to preliminary expense account to profit and loss account. You can see here partners capital account debit to advertisement account to preliminary expense account to profit and loss account. This is for transferring the accumulated losses that are appearing in the asset side of the balance sheet. Okay. Clear? I hope all of you understood this. Now coming to the next one. So the second one, that is for transfer of external liabilities. Okay. So we have to transfer all the external liabilities. So as the sentence is saying, external liabilities means excluding capital, excluding the reserves, excluding the partner's loan, excluding the accumulated profits. Okay. So what will be transferred? It will be liabilities. Liability shows credit balance, isn't it? So you have to close the liabilities. So liabilities showing the credit balance. So close the liability by debiting it. So liabilities account will be debit, okay, to realization account. Okay. Liabilities account debit to realization. It will be placed in the credit side of the realization. Okay. So coming to the next one, for receiving realization proceeds of sales, means after selling the assets, whatever money you are going to receive, how it will be shown in the realization account. If you receive the money will come. So it will be either cash or bank account debit. Okay. Cash or bank account debit to realization account. It's a profit for us, so realization will be credit. Except the transfer entry, after that you will start thinking about the profit and loss. Either it is a profit, if it is a profit, then it will be credit side. If it is a loss, it is in a debit side. So if you sell the asset, it's a profit, so cash account debit or bank account debit to asset.
Okay, don't think about whether the asset is sold at a less price or more price. Don't think how, whatever the money you are going to get, that you just think about that. Okay, so and also remember that if there is nothing mentioned about any asset, whether the asset is sold or not, then no need to pass any entry for that particular asset. Okay, no need to pass any entry for that asset. But it is the opposite case in case of liabilities. So I'll tell you while doing the liabilities. So coming to the next one, for assets taken over by the partners, if any asset is taken over, partner लेके चला गया, ठीक है, पार्टनर क्या किया, एसेट लेकर चला गया. So पार्टनर एसेट लेकर चला जाएगा, इसका मतलब क्या होगा कि partner's capital will be debit, because partner if he is taking his asset means what, his capital is decreasing, so partner's capital account debit. And अगर लाइबिलिटी, अगर कैपिटल भी तो इंटरनल लाइबिलिटी हुआ ना, अगर कैपिटल डिक्रीज हो रहा है मतलब in a way it firm is going to pay less liability now, so in that way also you can say it's a profit, so realization account is credit. Okay, so partners capital account debit to realization account. ठीक है, then coming to the next one, for recording an asset not recorded and sold. ठीक है, कोई भी अनरिकॉर्डेड एसेट के लिए, अगर एसेट का कोई रिकॉर्ड नहीं है, अनरिकॉर्डेड एसेट, और उसको बेचा है अभी, तो क्या होगा, पैसा मिलेगा. सो बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट to asset account, sorry, to realization account. Let me tell you this, this generally happens with many students. Once you have transferred the asset or liability to the realization, it is closed, बंद हो गया वो, whether recorded unrecorded. एक बार रियलाइजेशन में ट्रांसफर हो जाता है सारे एसेट सारे लाइबिलिटी, उसके बाद कुछ अगर अनरिकॉर्डेड भी रह जाए ना, तो एज्यूम किया जाता है वो बंद हो चुका है. और उसके बाद सिर्फ क्या होता है, if asset is sold then also you are going to take realization, if liability is sold then sorry, liabilities is paid, then also you are going to take realization. सिर्फ realization का नाम जप करना है, ठीक है, asset का नाम पे नहीं होगा. Clear? So if any asset, unrecorded asset is there, and if it is sold, what will happen, money will come. So cash account debit to realization account. Generally asset बेचने से क्या होता है, बैंक या कैश अकाउंट डेबिट टू एसेट होता है ना, तो एसेट नहीं पकड़ना है क्योंकि एसेट बंद हो चुका है, अभी रियलाइजेशन पकड़ना है, इसी के लिए कैश एंड बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट टू रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट. क्लियर? नाउ कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट वन, फॉर सेटलमेंट ऑफ एक्सटर्नल लाइबिलिटीज, कोई भी क्रेडिटर या कोई भी आउटस्टैंडिंग एक्सपेंसेस वगैरह का पेमेंट करना है तो क्या होगा, इट्स अ लॉस फॉर अस, सो रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट डेबिट टू क्या होगा, पैसा जाएगा, सो कैश और बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट क्रेडिट. ओके, रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट डेबिट टू कैश और बैंक अकाउंट. एंड रिमेंबर दैट इफ नथिंग इज मेंशन्ड अबाउट द पेमेंट ऑफ लाइबिलिटी, पकड़ लो एक क्रेडिटर है जिसके बारे में कुछ नहीं बोला, या कोई भी आइटम है जो लाइबिलिटी है हमारा, उसके बारे में कुछ नहीं बोला गया, तो क्या करना है, फिर भी उसका पेमेंट तुम्हें करना है. ठीक है, पेमेंट फिर भी उसका करना पड़ेगा तुम्हें, राइट. उसके बाद कमिंग टू नेक्स्ट वन, इफ लाइबिलिटी इज डिस्चार्ज थ्रू एन एसेट ऑफ द फार्म. ओके, अगर कोई एक लाइबिलिटी को पेमेंट हो गया है थ्रू एन एसेट ऑफ द फार्म, मतलब एसेट देकर अगर उसका पेमेंट हुआ, पकड़ लो 10,000 रुपये एक आदमी को मिलना था, मैंने उसको फर्नीचर दे दिया 10,000 रुपये का, तो क्या होता है, इससे जो एंट्री होता है वो बनता है इस तरह से, लाइबिलिटीज पेमेंट कर रहे हैं ना, तो लॉस और रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट डेबिट, और एसेट दे रहे हैं तो रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट क्रेडिट. तो रियलाइजेशन डेबिट रियलाइजेशन क्रेडिट कैंसिल होकर कोई एंट्री नहीं बनता है. सो देयर विल बी नो एंट्री इफ एनी एसेट इज given away to a creditor or any liabilities in full settlement. ठीक है, if any asset is given away to a creditor or any liabilities at full settlement, there will be no entry for that. ठीक है, but suppose there is a creditor of 10,000, okay, but you are paying, you are giving him the asset at 8,000 and 2,000 rupees you are paying him, then for 2,000 there will be entry. Okay, for 2,000 it will be realization account debit to cash or bank account, but if there is full settlement then there will be no entry. Okay, and again there will be another situation when the partner, when the liability or the person who is supposed to, the person to whom we are supposed to pay, he is returning something to us. Suppose he was supposed to get 10,000 but we are giving him very costly asset of 15,000. So what he did is that he returned back us 5,000 rupees. So at the time that 5,000 rupees that he is going to pay us, that will be given as an entry. Okay, as like this, cash or bank account debit to realization account for this 5,000. This is a recording, so please make a record of that. Okay, the journal entries I am telling you. Clear? Please make a proper record of that sequentially. Now coming to the point number 7, for liabilities taken over by partner. If any partner is taking away the liability, okay, so what will happen? That liability will be a loss, so the realization account debit. And since the partner is paying, so that means what? अगर हमारे लिए कोई अगर अपना expenses करता है, हम लोग को उसको पैसा देना पड़ेगा. Okay, so if the partner is paying, that means I have to pay to the partner. So where I will pay him? In the capital. So it is why partner's capital account will be credited. Realization account debit to partner's capital account. Then coming to the number 8th point, for payment of any unrecorded liability. अगर कोई unrecorded liability होता है, okay, if there is any unrecorded liability जिसका हिसाब नहीं था, then also you have to pay it. So same thing, you have to pay it means again you have to give the same entry, that is realization account debit to cash or bank account. Clear? याद रखना अनरिकॉर्डेड एसेट अनरिकॉर्डेड लायबिलिटी का ट्रीटमेंट सेम होता है जो बाकी नॉर्मल एसेट और लायबिलिटी का होता है. ओके, बाकी एसेट और लायबिलिटी का ट्रीटमेंट जैसे होता है सेम होता है उसका भी. नाउ कमिंग टू द पॉइंट नंबर 9, इन केस सम स्पेसिफिक रिजर्व जैसे इन्वेस्टमेंट फ्लक्चुएशन फंड या इन्वेस्टमेंट फ्लक्चुएशन रिजर्व या मशीनरी और यू कैन से एसेट रिप्लेसमेंट रिजर्व और प्रोविजन फॉर डाउटफुल डेट, ये सब है तो क्या करना है? जस्ट ट्रांसफर इन द रियलाइजेशन. हाउ? इन्वेस्टमेंट फ्लक्चुएशन रिजर्व अकाउंट डेबिट, machinery replacement account debit, provision for doubtful debt account debit to realization account, ऐसे. Okay, just close it and transferred. But suppose there is any general reserve, workman compensation fund, okay, or credit balance of profit and loss account, this will be transferred to the partner's capital account. Okay, like this. कैसे उनको बंद करना है? जनरल रिजर्व अकाउंट डेबिट, वर्कमैन कंपनसेशन फंड अकाउंट डेबिट, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट डेबिट टू पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट. जर्नल एंट्री अच्छे से समझ लो, चैप्टर बहुत आसान हो जाएगा. Okay, now coming to the point number 10, for realization expenses paid by the firm. If there is any realization expenses, okay, and if there is any realization expenses and the payment is done by the firm is paying it, so it will be realization loss for the firm. So realization account debit to cash or bank account. Again, for realization expenses paid by the partner on behalf of the firm. If any realization expenses is there which is to be paid by the partner pay करेगा on behalf of the firm. Okay, फर्म के बिहाफ पे पार्टनर पे करना है ना, तो सेम एंट्री होगा जो लाइबिलिटी वाला होता है. जैसे पार्टनर अगर लाइबिलिटी पेमेंट करेगा तो क्या होता है? रिलेशन अकाउंट डेबिट, फार्म का तो लॉस हुआ, सो रिलेशन अकाउंट डेबिट टू किसको मिल जाएगा पैसा? पार्टनर को. सो रिलेशन अकाउंट डेबिट टू पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट. पार्टनर अपने पॉकेट से पे कर रहा है, हाँ, ये कैपिटल से निकाल के नहीं दे रहा है, इसी के लिए हम लोग उसको ये पेमेंट उसके कैपिटल में डाल दे रहे हैं. रिलेशन अकाउंट डेबिट टू पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट. ठीक है. Then coming to the next one, for realization expenses paid by the firm on behalf of the partner. If the realization expenses is paid by the firm on behalf of the partner, कोई पार्टनर बोला मैं बेयर करूंगा, ठीक है, वो बोला कि वो बेयर करेगा, वो पेमेंट करेगा, लेकिन जब पैसा देना हुआ तो वो दुकान में नहीं था तो फार्म ने दे दिया, तो क्या होगा? ये पैसा हम उससे वसूल करेंगे. कैसे? उसके कैपिटल से काट लेंगे. तो कैपिटल से काटने से मतलब कैपिटल डेबिट. सो पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट विल बी डेबिट टू रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट, सो टू कैश और बैंक अकाउंट. ओके, सॉरी, पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट डेबिट टू कैश और बैंक अकाउंट, क्योंकि हम लोग पेमेंट कर रहे हैं. सो पैसा जाएगा कैश और बैंक अकाउंट क्रेडिट हो जाएगा और पार्टनर का अकाउंट काट लेंगे, इसलिए पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट डेबिट. सो पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट डेबिट टू कैश और बैंक अकाउंट. क्लियर? Now coming to the 13th point, that is for firm agreeing to pay specific amount for meeting realization expenses to the partner looking after the resolution work and actual realization expenses exceed specific amount, there will be two situation. देखो ऐसा दो सिचुएशन हो सकता है जब पार्टनर एग्रीमेंट कर लेता है किसी फार्म एग्रीमेंट कर लेता है किसी पार्टनर के साथ कि देखो भाई डिसोल्यूशन का सारा काम तुम करो, यू फिनिश ऑल द डिसोल्यूशन वर्क, दैट मींस यू पे ऑफ द liabilities and sell off the assets, you do all the work, I am going to pay you for this work, I will pay you 5,000 rupees. Okay, agreement हो गया. Now if okay, in this situation what will happen? There will be two situation. Agree हो गया कितने में? 5,000 रुपीज दूंगा, ठीक है, तुम सारा डिसोल्यूशन का काम करोगे. उसमें दो सिचुएशन आ सकता है. देखो, पहला, एक्सेस एक्सपेंसेस पेड बाय द पार्टनर ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ द फर्म. अगर एक्सेस पेमेंट हो गया, ठीक है, एक्सेस एक्सपेंसेस पेड बाय द पार्टनर ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ द फर्म. एक्सेस एक्सपेंसेस पेड बाय द पार्टनर ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ द फर्म मींस जो भी एक्स्ट्रा एक्सपेंसेस हुआ है अगर पार्टनर बेयर करता है. ओके, लाइक एग्रीमेंट हुआ ना, 5,000 रुपये दूंगा, तुम उसको बेयर करो, ठीक है, एकदम आसान समझो. आई विल गिव यू 5,000 रुपीज, यू हैव टू बेयर द एक्सपेंसेस ऑफ अरेंजिंग ए प्रोग्राम. नाउ if the expenses exceed, there is no such situation that you only whatever excess will be there you will bear. There is no such situation. Okay, only situation is that I am giving you 5,000 rupees, you try to bear it. Now if the actual expense is 6,000, that is additional 1,000 also you will get it. Okay, 1,000 also you will get it. That's 6,000, total 6,000 you will get it. So it will be, the entry will be like this: realization account debit to partners capital account. पूरा पैसा मिल जाएगा तुम्हें 6,000. But suppose the second situation, that is extra अगर होता है तो तुम bear करोगे. I will give you only 5,000. You manage in 5,000. If there is extra, then you will bear. Okay, so in that situation what will happen? There will be no entry for that extra. अगर वो एक्स्ट्रा होता है तो उसके लिए एंट्री नहीं होगा. सिर्फ अगर जो 5,000 है उसके लिए एंट्री होगा. रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट डेबिट 5,000 to partners capital account 5,000. There will be no extra money given for the guarantee. If you have taken it, I will bear it, and no, if there is extra, farm is not going to bear. Okay, अगर ऐसा agreement हो जाता है, then extra money we are not going to get. Now coming to the next one. For farm agreeing to pay specific amount, ऐसा भी situation आता है कि farm is going to agree with you. Okay, there will be agreement between you and the farm that you bear the realization expenses, I'll pay you 10,000. If there is a shortage, then also you take 10,000. If there is excess, then also you take 10,000. ज़्यादा हो कम हो तुम्हें 10,000 रुपए हम लोग दे देंगे. In that situation, you are going to pass only entry for 10,000. Realization account debit to partners capital account 10,000. Okay. Now coming to the last point in this particular portion, that is point number 15. Today we are going to discuss specifically on realization. Okay, so realization is the center. Obviously we have discussed other things also. So when we are going to settle the realization account, what will be the entry? If it is profit on realization, that means if the credit side is more than the debit, then what will happen? If the credit is more means profit. So how it will be transferred? Realization को credit ज़्यादा है ना, तो बंद करने के लिए realization account debit. And where will the money go? In the capital account. So capital account will be credit. So realization account debit to partners capital account if the firm is making a profit on realization. Clear? If the firm is making profit on realization. Now if the firm is incurring loss, अगर loss होता है realization में तो क्या होगा? Loss means debit side is more. Okay, if the debit side of realization account is more, if the debit side of realization account is more, okay, profit means if the credit side is more. So loss means if the debit side is more. So if the debit is more, that means what will happen? You have to close it by crediting it. So realization account will be credited and partners capital account will be debited. The journal entry will be like this: partners capital account debit to realization account. Okay, partners capital account debit to realization account. Clear? So that is how your realization account will be closed down. Okay, so this is the basic portion what you are going to learn today in today's class. Next day we will start with the practical problem. This is very, very interesting and important because realization journal entries and entries related to your transfer of reserves and all, as well as related to your realization expenses. This will be the base of the chapter. Okay, so please go through these entries, and there will be every chance that there will be some doubts and confusion because this is new chapter for you all. So please clarify that and do call me for your all doubts. Okay, and also take care of your health and your studies so that you'll be fit and fine for your studies as we proceed with the syllabus. Okay, please take care of yourself. Okay, so till then we'll meet again on 2nd of November. Till then, take care. Goodbye.